During the shadow of the Second World War, countless heroes walked unseen paths. One of them, Yakub Novokosky, remains largely unknown, a man whose courage quietly shaped destinies, yet whose name faded from history. Yakub was born in a modest Polish town, surrounded by rolling hills and dense forests. His father was a mathematics teacher, precise and methodical, while his mother ran a small shop, gentle but resolute. From early childhood, Yakub displayed an insatiable curiosity. He spent hours poring over maps, tracing distant rivers, imagining cities he would never see. Books of explorers and travelers filled his shelves. Even as a boy, he understood the vastness of the world beyond his village. Life was calm and ordinary until the war erupted. The peaceful streets of his hometown turned into a theater of fear. Soldiers marched openly, inspections became routine, and neighbors whispered in hushed tones. Many families fled. Many hid. Many surrendered to despair. Yakub chose a different path, one of quiet courage and covert action. He joined a secret underground network of spies, a web of resistance spanning occupied Poland. Their work was dangerous and invisible. One misstep could lead to death, not only for the messenger but for those who relied on him. Yakub's first missions involved carrying messages between scattered resistance cells. He learned to move silently, blending into shadows, memorizing every narrow alley, every stream, every forest trail. Traveling at night became routine. The forests, once a place of childhood exploration, transformed into a labyrinth of danger. Shapes seemed to move among the trees, whispers echoed as if the land itself remembered past conflicts. Yakub never spoke of these spectral signs, but he understood them. They guided him, warning of patrols and hidden traps, keeping him alive where others might have fallen. His missions escalated. From delivering simple messages, he progressed to carrying maps of troop movements, blueprints, and crucial intelligence that could turn the tide of local skirmishes. Each mission demanded precision, patience, and courage. Yakub memorized every detail, the sound of distant footsteps, the rustle of leaves, the pattern of shadows at different hours of the night. One particularly perilous mission involved crossing a dense forest to deliver critical intelligence about an impending raid. He moved silently, his breath measured, listening to the night. A patrol appeared ahead, torches cutting through the darkness. Yakub froze, pressed against the underbrush, letting the soldiers pass. Hours later, soaked from rain and shivering, he reached the designated safe house. The information he carried saved dozens of lives that night. Yakub's work extended beyond mere delivery. He gathered intelligence, observing enemy movements, memorizing patterns, and passing along details that could save his people. Every encounter, every risk, sharpened his instincts. He learned to anticipate danger, to act before threats fully materialized, and to rely on intuition honed by countless nights of careful observation. Despite the constant peril, Yakub maintained a sense of humanity. He helped villagers avoid searches, warned neighbors of approaching danger, and occasionally rescued those trapped by circumstance. Each act, small or large, was performed in silence. Recognition was never sought. His deeds were hidden, erased from official records to protect him and his allies. The psychological strain was immense. Yakub lived with constant fear, yet he never allowed it to dominate him. At times, he felt the oppressive weight of death closing in. Once, trapped near a German checkpoint, he noticed a faint glimmer through the trees, a narrow path obscured by shadows. Trusting instinct over reason, he slipped through, mission intact, life preserved. Experiences like these became instinctive, a blend of skill, courage, and an almost mystical awareness. As the war progressed, Yakub's missions became even more complex. He coordinated with multiple resistance cells, ensuring that critical messages and supplies reached the right hands. Each journey through forests, across rivers, and over rough terrain tested his endurance. Fatigue, hunger, and fear were constant companions. Yet Yakub persevered, driven by duty and an unwavering sense of responsibility. His knowledge of the terrain became legendary within the network. He could navigate paths invisible to most, identify hidden markers, and recognize subtle changes in the environment signaling danger. These skills, combined with meticulous preparation, allowed him to complete missions others deemed impossible. Yakub also faced moral dilemmas. Decisions had to be made in split seconds: who to trust, which route to take, and when to risk exposure for the sake of others. Each choice carried weight, the consequences often invisible until days or weeks later. These moments shaped his character, blending courage with wisdom and resilience with humility. One mission stands out in particular. Yakub was tasked with delivering intelligence about a strategic supply depot. The route required crossing a minefield-laden meadow and a river known for swift currents. Using his knowledge of the terrain, he navigated the hazards, timing his movements with precision. Enemy patrols were near, yet he remained undetected, delivering the information that prevented a disastrous attack. Throughout these years, Yakub's identity remained hidden. Even those who worked closely with him knew little of his personal life. He existed in the shadows, a phantom whose actions spoke louder than words. Recognition was unnecessary, survival and the protection of others were reward enough. When the war ended, Yakub vanished. Some say he moved abroad, seeking a quiet life away from the memories of conflict. Others believe he remained in the forests and villages where he had fought, blending once more into anonymity. His deeds, largely undocumented, left faint traces, yet their impact endured, saving countless lives and shaping the course of local resistance efforts. Today, Yakub Novokosky's story reminds us that heroism is often silent. True courage does not always seek acknowledgement. Ordinary individuals, when confronted with extraordinary circumstances, can achieve remarkable feats. Yakub's life exemplifies this, a testament to the power of quiet determination, strategic thinking, and moral courage. His experiences also reveal the human cost of war. Fear, exhaustion, and moral dilemmas were constants. Yet, through resilience and ingenuity, Yakub navigated these challenges, leaving behind a legacy of bravery hidden in the shadows of history. The forests and rivers he traversed, the villages he protected, and the messages he delivered became silent witnesses to his courage. While his name may be absent from many official accounts, the lives he touched, the actions he took, and the dangers he faced remain enduring symbols of resistance and bravery. Yakub's story challenges us to reconsider the nature of heroism. It asks us to recognize those whose deeds are unseen, whose courage unfolds in quiet moments, and whose sacrifices are unrecorded yet invaluable. In remembering him, we honor not only one man but all who act in the shadows for the greater good. Even today, the faint traces of his missions, hidden paths, safe houses, whispered tales, remind us of the intricate web of courage woven during times of darkness. Yakub Novokosky, the forgotten spy, stands as a symbol of enduring resilience, a life lived with purpose, courage, and unwavering commitment to others. History is replete with such hidden heroes, and their stories deserve recognition. Yakub's life teaches us to look deeper, to see beyond the obvious, and to value acts of bravery, no matter how quiet or unnoticed. His legacy, though largely hidden, continues to inspire, reminding us that true heroism often exists beyond the spotlight, in the silent choices and steadfast actions of those who dare to act when it matters most.